Welcome back to Rimworld. Last episode, we managed to get up to 3 wizards sat in our prison, ready to join Bonnet's faction. Finally, we can get rid of the undead and get some very decent, very powerful characters into things here. We've got a blood mage, we've got an entertainer, we've got a chronomancer, and we have an enchanter as well, right? I forget what you are. Yeah, an enchanter as well. I never actually bothered checking their stats or their traits or anything. I just saw the wizard symbol. I thought to myself, hey, that's pretty good. So you have, oh my god, they've all got good stats too. Look at this. Construction level 9, I'll take that. Plants level 9, I'll take that too. That seems fantastic. We've got construction level 9, mining level 11, animals level 10, undergrounder. We literally live in a fucking mountain. That's probably one of the best traits we could have ever hoped for. This guy's also undergrounder and Iron Man. They're both very good. Neurotic kind of shitty. Construction level 10, crafting level 12, medical level 10, passion in bloody everything. Incapable of dumb labor, a little bit annoying I will admit, but to be honest, they've got some really good shit going for them regardless. Entertainer, fine. Brawler, could eventually be good, I guess, but more to the point, they're an entertainer. They're the person that goes around the base dancing and singing and making everyone else feel a lot better about their lives. Kind of a utility character. We've got the blood mage. You're probably the worst one yet, which is kind of saying something, seeing as Deadshot blood mage. I wonder if they affect one another. You know, I wonder if their accuracy is affected by their shooting accuracy, for example. Transhumanist, stick a bloody arm on them and they're never going to be sad ever again, so I'll consider you're a good character as well. And then we've got poor old Ape over here doing absolutely nothing. Garbage stats, just beautiful and annoying voice there. Male heavy archer, 18 years of age. You might get offered up to Cthulhu, no offense, but you are kind of shitty compared to everyone else. Okay, so how are we looking in terms of the base building? I mean, it's going pretty well. I quite like the base we've got right now. This is going to be a more vampire-y area. This is where our vampire/prison is going to be up in that area whenever, you know, we find another bloody vampire. Igor and Igor's sort of cultists will go in this area. Bonnet and his wizards. Well, that's what we need to build, an area for Bonnet and the wizards. So I'm thinking kind of this area. We could stick Bonnet and the wizards, and then we've more or less got everybody down with at that stage, huh? Granted, we need a room for a big bedroom for Krupp, but you know, Krupp right now, like I said, it is possible to restore him back to his full power, even if we use the what is it called, the re-something pod, reconditioning pod, to remove the undead trait. He is still good at his lightsaber. He still has his lightsaber proficiency, and he has his force light and his force choke. The only downside is he can't level up anymore. But to be fair, to say that we saved his life and he's one of our most OP characters, I think that's a fair trade-off. In fact, I would say that's still massively in our favor to still have a Sith Lord. Just can't level him up, that's all. So not much of a loss there. Igor, your spine is coming this episode. Mark my word, my friend. Another great suggestion I saw. Ignore that, don't worry. That happens just whenever you load into the game. Another great suggestion I saw. We want to build an arena. We've got a massive empty area. Let's build the friggin' arena over here, huh? That works out so well. Now, another thing I was thinking as well is we actually could turn this into like a big old kill box or something along those lines, because it is obviously a lot closer to our base. Instead, my kind of plan is we'll turn this into arena, we'll dig out a big old hole here and turn that into the kill box. Just because even traveling up to here isn't really saving us much time. You know, getting from here to here is not really much different from getting here to here. Even running up like we did last episode and defending this corridor was still... There was barely any time in it. So I think pulling it all the way back to sort of the entrance of the main base now would make more sense. The enemy's going to be staggered running through the cave. It's going to slow them down, whatever else. It's already in darkness, so they'll be a bit less accurate in that. So I think that's an alright. Time being, though, big fan of this arena. So how are we going to do that? Well, we need to make sure the friggin' roof doesn't collapse in for a start. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to move... Let's think about this. I think if we move this to here... and build those directly up, take out all the walls after we put the supports in and just have a massive open box. Then we'll start decorating it and put in like various statues of people who fought in the arena, different entrance points, that type of thing, like a weapon stand, hospital as well for anybody who isn't quite killed in the arena, that type of thing. And then we also need to build, I guess just we'll go back to the arena. I know I was going to build a gauntlet for Donitz, so anybody who survived escaping from Donitz's Moon Fury would be the ones who joined the colony. But to be fair, I do like the idea of just the arena instead, because that way we get people into our colony, they can still do some work, and if they die in the arena, they die in the arena. That can be our sort of, that could be our meritocracy, if you want to look at it that way, our little bit of, very force-engineered social Darwinism there. Right, what about the, oh, were you seriously sleeping in the old prison, you weird man? What about the nutrient paste dispenser? Ideally, I'd like to get one of those set up as soon as possible so that we're not having to worry about our prisoners too much. What we could do is we kind of put it here, I guess, and then just have like a very small corridor that we could keep chilled. That kind of works. All right. In that case, let's do something like. Bear with me on this one. We'll do something like that. Just so we've got access to it. We'll put the nutrient dispenser on, like, this side or something like that. Oh, man, how am I going to do this? I might get rid of this middle bed. We don't need such a big prison, to be honest with you. It's rare that we're going to have this many prisoners kicking around. But, actually, don't delete that until you've deleted the last one. Stop. I know what you're like, Rimworld. You'll take out the old one before building the new one. Oh, prison break. You're in there with with this. So really, you've kind of made your own bed there, my friend. Who else have we got nearby that could come and help? Oh, Donitz is on his way. Beautiful, beautiful Donitz. Come stand here. Honestly, come stand here and let's slow him down. Please don't kill them, Joe. That's why I'm not going to use his feral claws. Melee attack these ones. Stop them. They're leaving. Like, they're actually just walking away. Everyone else needs to get... Please don't shoot the prisoners. Please, please, please. They're so high priority. Right. You get the fuck back into that prison right now. Don't kill them. Donitz, don't kill them. Knock him down. Don't kill him. Donitz. He's down. I think he's down anyway. Capture. Take him back. Okay. No one reserved... Oh, God, 'cause he's not enclosed. We haven't killed any yet. There we go. They're all down. Okay. Good work, team. Well then. Right. We need to unforbid the door in that case and then just get him back to bed. Well, that could have been a lot worse. If we didn't have two gigantic demons in the form of both a werewolf and a vampire there, that could have been a lot worse, huh? Rockin', seriously? After watching all of your friends being knocked down with what is in the room with you right now, you're still going to put up a fight? You weird boy. Donitz, you're going to have to very quickly tend to these guys. Luckily, we are using that medicine mod. I forget the name of it, but it's the one that allows us to stock up medicine in the inventory. I am still using that. It allows me to use medicine straight out of their inventory. Don't worry. I saw a comment like last episode, the episode before that, basically saying please use the stock up mod a little bit more. I already am. Don't worry about that one. You want to see something thoroughly frustrating? I'm going to show you, even if you don't want to. So basically, Frog should be in bed, otherwise they've got a chance of infection, also won't heal as much. But whenever they can cast a spell, they try and get out of bed to cast a spell, and obviously can't move. So I have to keep... I mean, there's no point. Should we just let him fucking flail? Just flail around then. You know what? You've only got yourself to blame, you weird boy. So, let's deal with the power issue. I think that is very much a very large concern right now. Can we put prisoners in the BioReactor? Because I'd love to put that other garbage character in there. We need to deal with this as soon as possible, because honestly, it's kind of getting out of hand a little bit. The batteries, the solar panels, sorry, aren't even powering the batteries enough to get us through the night here. What do we have turned on that we don't really need turned on? Honestly, not a lot. Like, we've got a research bench of multi-analyzers. We do have 2 multi-analyzers because apparently we had a spell, and I think we got it from when we ambushed a trade caravan. That thing is already powered off. Same with this PC that we're not using. We've got a lot of lights, I'll admit, but they only draw 10 watts each. Although saying that 10 watts times like our 50,000 lights. I mean, you can do the numbers on that one. So we can't really afford to even get ourselves a nutrient paste dispenser right now regardless. Let me think about this one for a second. So, I mean, what can we do for power? Shit. Can the undead pedal? The undead can pedal. Should we get the undead pedaling on the bike to try and bring some power back to the base? It's kind of ridiculous, but it would work. I mean, what else are they doing? Like stone cutting? Like stone cutting forever? That's no use. Okay, let's do this then. Where's the linked bill that they're all linked to? I think they're all just linked to the same bill. Right, okay. So we'll do until we've got X, where X is, I think... We've got 6,000 limestone bricks. I honestly was doing that to try and dispose of some limestone chunks. We'll stop that for the time being. See how many are idle. And we can put down a couple of those pedal bikes. So we've got one there, for example. Let's put cycle on the list of shit for the undead to do. That way they can at least charge up our batteries a little bit when they've got really fuck all else to do in the colony. Frog keeps bleeding out and I can't tend to them because they keep getting out of bed. Like, look at this. They're bleeding out in 15 hours. Can't tend to them. Because they keep, whenever we... I think Frog's going to die, and I think there's nothing I can do to stop this. Because they keep trying to fucking cast a spell. I'm genuinely tempted in this situation to use the dev console, because I feel like, I mean, obviously it's a glitch, but there is no other way, as far as I know, that we can stop this. Let's send Bonnet in with the heals. It might work. I don't think it will, though, because obviously they're missing a body part, and when they're missing it, healing them doesn't stop them bleeding out. See, it doesn't help. But we can't actually... We can't tend to them, because when we start tending to them, they flail around. Oh, they've stopped now. Why have you stopped? They've run out of mana. But they've run out of mana. Oh, to be fair, they're also not getting out of bed. Maybe they've bled out too much that they can't move now. Blood loss severe. That's probably it. Donitz, my friend. Lavish meal to Eagle. Stop. Tend into Frog. Come on. Shit! They got out of bed again. Stop. Get tended. Okay, I think we're fine. Please, my tendies. Come on. Prioritize tended Frog. You're the Blood Mage, so arguably this is the most... Get out of here. This is our most powerful capturer. Or our most powerful capturee, I should say. So losing them would be a massive blow. That really does suck. What a strange feature. I wonder if there's like a toggle in the menu to stop the AI from casting spells automatically like that. And let me guess. Oh, okay. It's not actually... It's Frog, not Two Fingers. Okay, fine. I was going to say I thought maybe Frog got the infection, but no, it's the other one. Still kind of annoying, though. How have you got an infection? Just, yeah, just where their arms have been bitten off. Yeah, nothing minor there. So bear with me a second, this will make sense why I'm doing this. I'm kind of doing it a bit of a roundabout way that also keeps the prison nice and secure whilst we're mining out the water to install the nutrient paste dispenser. How are we doing it? Is anyone actually cycling? Is anyone bothering to do that? I mean, the batteries are not holding out, are they? How far do we get through the night? To be fair, we get to like... We do get through midnight before they actually drain, so we don't need much more power. I'm kind of tempted to disassemble, either connect up these wind turbines to the main grid, which would be kind of a pain in the ass because we would have to go all the way through here, or alternatively, we dismantle them all and just build a couple of wind turbines in what is going to be our new farm there. It's probably the best idea, isn't it? Right, let's go and strip out all these wires as well. Might as well go and uninstall all of this. Although saying that, we keep this as triage for when the arena is built, huh? That we might as well keep there. That's not such a problem. All right. So let's just put down a couple of wind turbines, fuck it, because wind turbines are always seem to supply a decent but small level of power, and even when they don't, hopefully we'll have enough in the backup batteries from the solar panels to be able to cancel it out. Right then, let's do... Can you build those over solar panels? I've never considered this before. I mean, if we can, that might save us a little bit of space, because we could put it like, put it there where there isn't a huge amount of farmland. Let's see, I really hope that works. I'm actually kind of praying that works, because that way we can avoid taking up too much land. 2 wind turbines might be all it takes. Hey, nice. It does work over the top there. Look at that. Fantastic. They're actually providing a good amount of power to just start off with here. Now they're going down. Exactly what I said there. Wind turbine is powering off and the solar panels are actually on. So between them, we might be able to keep these batteries just powered long enough till we can sort out a longer-term power source. And we're not using up too much of the farmland, which is in kind of low supply. Let's phrase it that way. So I'm looking for terrain rehabilitation, which we couldn't find last time, and I have no idea why. I have a feeling one of the mods has probably changed it to something. I know it's like around smoothing or something like that. Honestly, I have no idea what the fuck we need for that these days. Has it got a different research name now? If anybody knows, please, for the love of God, let me know. Send it me on Discord, because I rarely get a chance to read through every single one of the YouTube comments. Make sure I know what this is, because I'm never going to find it otherwise, and we're missing out on so much friggin' land. I'll take a look through the research menu as well in between episodes here, or go and look on the wiki or something, just in case they have renamed it in a recent patch for some reason. That's such a shame that we can't smooth over, because we've got a lot of stone available as well, to smooth over a lot of it and turn it into a massive farm. Hydroponics would obviously be our obvious end game here, particularly when we get a decent power source set up with Rim Atomics, which, by the way, there is a lot of cool research stations for that as well. It's got like a Rim Atomic research bench here that looks very different. Oh, that also works with multi-analyzer. That's cool. So we can put that down, but right now we don't even have the power necessary to get us through the night. So I'm going to wait a while on that one. We'll wait for Igor to be fixed as well, so that we can actually, you know, get her to work. Donis, what are you doing that isn't researching? What are you doing? Feeding lavish... Oh, because we've got so many prisons. Right, okay. And you're our warden. One of our 2 wardens. Wait, Donitz isn't even a warden. Oh, he's a doctor, though. Shit, right. Fair enough. When Donitz is not feeding meals, I think he's only ever researching. Let me just follow this, then. So, let's take him off a warden. Jilb can do the actual recruiting. Donitz can do the feeding. Fine. Then after that, the only other thing left for him to do is research. So that works out pretty well, I think. Okay, so the plan is we'll stick down a cooler just around here. I mean, anyways, fine. Put it that way. So that will vent heat into the big base. Honestly, it won't really matter too much. The base is so large that heat will just be naturally dissipated throughout the air, because this small area isn't going to require too much, you know, cooling. Let's phrase it that way. Then we want to get ourselves, now that door's in place as well, I'll wait for them to finish that too. We can take this wall out and actually build the nutrient paste dispenser. Then Donitz doesn't have to feed them every 30 seconds, or Job doesn't have to feed them every 30 seconds, at least until they're healed and out of bed. Right, that'll do it. Nice work. Okay, so we want to go production. Wait, is it under production? It is. Right, nutrient paste dispenser. Just wait for this to finish. Now, I've also built an area around it as well. That is exactly why I put in the other door, just in case they did shit like that and sort of left their beds. We want this refrigerated, and then we also want to move the hopper over from this one. So, oh, you can't, of course you can't reinstall that. What am I talking about? That would be ridiculous. Moving a hopper around, unbelievable. Yeah, we can clearly move a gigantic, very fragile multi-analyzer. Not that I'm salty. Alright, so we'll just put that there. Then we can fill that with as much shit as possible. Let's get this hauled as well, so that whoever has the unfortunate task of filling up this hopper don't have to worry about climbing over a whole bunch of rocks on the way there as well. 2 fingers, go back to bed. Please, before we start working on this, go back to bed, for Christ. Ah, now he's trapped in the freezer. Okay, Jilp, try to arrest 2 fingers, for fuck's sake. Yo, go on, fight Jilp. There we go, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And it's working as intended. They're actually getting some nutrient paste meals from that. We could do with putting a table down so they don't completely freak out here. I'm about war crimes. This is not one war crime that I'm interested in here. Let's put down a nice... Let's not have too many war crimes. He says building a table out of the bones of his enemies. I mean, let's also reinstall this bed over here as well, just because there isn't enough room for all of them to eat at that table. So we're going to have to put down a couple here. I'll just put down, like, I have to move this fucking dartboard too. Reinstall that. Ooh, where can we even put it? I mean, we could put it there. There we go. That actually kind of works. It would destroy that wall light, but honestly, who cares? Okay, and we'll put that one there whenever you decide to move that thing. Or it won't destroy the wall light. That seems safe. Put a wall light right in front of a darts board or right behind a darts board. That works fine. Put them down some chairs, and then they actually can't complain about anything. Prisoner recruitment is going pretty decently. They are obviously sitting around in their own time there. Job, I'm going to force you to build these chairs, because he's our best builder. So we might actually get... Oh, no way did he build a legendary chair in the fucking... I don't know what I expected. What's his construction? 15, and he got a legendary chair in the prison. Well, I suppose they're going to be quite happy with their prison in that case, right? Beautiful full moon, quite comfortable, spacious interior. Fine. Spacious interior. You've got all of about 12 blocks to move around on there. I think they literally have, what's that? Yeah, that is genuinely 12 blocks to wander around in. That's insane in the center. Obviously, they can move down the side of the beds, but why would you? You can't complain. You want for nothing. You've got a dartboard, you've got plenty of beds, you've got a nutrient paste, meals literally around the clock, and a legendary chair made of probably the bones of your friends and lovers and family and relatives. Oh well, that's not much of a shame. How's the... Oh man. Okay, so I've actually adjusted their work priorities a little bit to cremate first, then to deliver, and then to build after that. So hopefully it will encourage them to build a little bit more, because what they were doing is they were cremating one set of bones, delivering that to the thing, building it, and then heading back and doing the whole thing again. Hopefully this way around, the base will get built a lot more quicker, because I think that the jobs are a bit more effective this way around. We could put Igor in one of these. Can we let the people out? Does it work? Hang on. Open? Does it just straight up let them out? It does. And do they have any... They get crypto-sleep sickness. Igor's not doing anything besides lying in bed, I'd like to point out. So we could stick Igor in another biofuel reactor, and then have her churn out some power for the colony as well. It's better than just feeding her and leaving her around in bed all day. I'm sure she'd be fine with that. It's a sacrifice for the colony. What do you mean she's literally kicking and screaming and demanding people to get off the mighty servant of Cthulhu? I have no idea what you're talking about. The question is, can we carry people into this? How do we even do that? So we mark this for prisoners, I guess. And then we say, carry to BioReactor. Thank you, Eagle. No, don't worry about it. We're just going to put you... It's going to heal you. It's going to make you better. Don't worry about it. It's not like we're plugging you into literally the power grid. So you could do with some food as well. If someone wants to prioritize refueling that as soon as possible. There you go. Gilbert's actually doing a lot of good work now, especially, you know, the prison's right across from his bedroom, so we can just pop in on his regular morning. There we go. Thank you, Eagle, for powering this base, and our power should be more or less solved at this stage. Yeah, look at that. We're actually completely equalized on our power. Well, dropping slightly, but that's only because, you know, these things are running slightly lower than they would normally expect. Solar panels are off as well. To say that we've got that, and I've turned on another one of these too, we're doing pretty well. So, as for the arena then, this is sort of the next major goal for the time being. I'm just getting all these pillars to line up, so we can basically remove every single one of these walls now and really have nothing to worry about. We'll keep the actual outer walls, because those denote sort of the edge of the arena. I'm not going to expand it much beyond this as well. We've essentially just got one gigantic room. It's not going to do a huge amount for the time being, but again, we'll sort of decide how we want to lay this thing out. I think it is... Maybe just through some fucking act of God here. Equidistant on both sides from where the roof needs to be held up. That would be pretty nuts, because I definitely didn't plan that. 4 blocks on that side, and 5 blocks on that side. Shit. Okay, that's very annoying, isn't it? I suppose we could just dig out... Yeah, okay, go on then. We'll just dig out all of this wall and dismantle it and move it back 1, 2. Just because I want it to be equal. I know it's not necessarily the most important task right now. But I'm going to do it just to make myself feel a little bit better about the layout of this thing. And then we've got, you know, a nice sizable arena. We can just build a big old wall around it. Maybe smooth it out. Maybe make it look a little more oval shape rather than a gigantic rectangle. We can have enemies coming from one side. You know, we could treat it as a kill box / arena. That would work really, really well. That'd be kind of cool. We can rebuild her. Simple prosthetics workbench. Is this it? Can we even make a basic spine out of that? Do we need the research tier above it? Because that would kind of suck, I will admit, because that means that we're going to have a lot more work to do. Whoops. Right, basic prosthetics. What have we got then? Bionic's workbench. That actually might be it. Oh, God, Igor, you might be in bed for double the time you were in last time. Ah, never mind. Well, actually, she's in the bioreactor now, so at least she's doing something useful, huh? Right, so let's go production. This was going to be always our production room, so I'm going to turn it back into that for the time being. What did you do with our cabinets and shit? Oh, we put them in here. Oh, I'm going to reinstall it all over here, just because this room will make for a slightly nicer room to actually build shit in, I think. Right, let's get you over here as well. And we can always reinstall all of that stuff that we're building in there as well. Like the crematoriums can come down into here instead. It's not exactly much further away, is it? No, we can't even reinstall them. You big shits. At the end of the day, I would rather drug labs and prosthetics workbenches and machining tables be affected by bonus work speed rather than stone cutting and cremating bones. I think we've got to sort of prioritize here, and this one is definitely much better. Right, let's also... Don't ever do that. Right, let's move this thing over to in here as well. Just put it there. That'll do. We'll try and cram them in as close as possible so we're saving on space. There we go. That'll do it. Oh, I think it's all kicking off at once here. Right, so we've got a caravan from the Black Arrow approaching. They're a slaver. Ooh, that could be interesting. Now, what's interesting about that is, oh my god, they've got a wizard. Is that like an aeromancer? What is that? Werewolf sworn, a paladin, and a werewolf? Man, I hope you're for sale, because you could be incredible. Oh, there's a couple. There's also a Death Knight there as well. I have a feeling the ones in the skull masks are probably the slavers and not the slaves, but hey. Werewolf incoming, and we've got 2 vampires coming from where exactly? The other side of the map. Oh, they're probably just fleeing for cover very, very quickly before they go into their sun madness. Okay, fair enough. We should probably go and speak with these guys, because any recruits are good recruits as far as I'm concerned. Who's our best social character now? I have absolutely no clue. That would be our good friend, Jilp. Jilp, go and speak with your vampire friends, but it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Any chance you guys could get to somewhere that isn't out in the open? Okay, who's next below Jilp? That would be Donnet. Okay, Donnet, go and see what they've got for sale, and we might buy some of these people. Okay, then. Wow, they've got a lot. Jesus. Oh, we can also sell them hours. Obviously, we don't want to, so we just want to look at this side. So they've got Flea, a drummer, no, sorry, programmer. We've got, oh, they're a werewolf. Shit, we could buy ourselves a werewolf. And they've got good intellectual as well. Sold. Thank you, I'll take that one. What else you got? You've got Herzogin Scientist Twi'lek, who is also another fucking werewolf. Intellectual and social are massive. Sorry, we'll take you instead. I don't want too many of the same types of werewolf. That wouldn't make much sense. Good God, they're all werewolves. What's going on? Wizard. They're called Wizard, but they're in fact another fucking werewolf. Frog Warrior is, oh wait, no, you're the one we've captured, so I'm not interested in that one. Oh, that's it. Okay, so they've got Bounty or Wizard, both of which are the same thing. Okay, then. In that case, you can sell... Oh, they don't really have anything else I want. Shoot, fine. We'll take you, and actually, we'll take the programmer as well. Fuck it, we'll take them both. 2 more werewolves. I'll take that. And 2 more wizards as well. They can join. They are perfect for joining Donnett's faction. Werewolf and scientist. Nothing more perfect in my mind. Whoa. Wait, does that mean that they actually haven't been... Oh my god, and you're magically gifted. That's really cool, because that means we can actually give them a magical class if we do some more research into the wizardry. A magic Twi'lek werewolf. Wow, this is some deep lore. We're like 5 or 6 levels deep now, my man. I think Sworn just means that they haven't actually transformed ever yet, have they? Because I know there's another type of bloodline, that there's a couple of different werewolf bloodlines that give different transformations. So Donnett's is just generic werewolf. Some can only transform into one particular type of werewolf. I don't know what that is, but I might enable Moon Fury on both when we've got like an area maybe set up for them to do that. Maybe the arena would be the perfect place for locking them in and actually testing that out. Where's the other one gone? I'm putting on some outfits and then getting straight to research. Sure. Why is your... Observe Rotting Corpse, Serious Pain. Oh, of course, because they're not like us. They're not completely nuts like everyone else in the colony. Ah, there we go. Look at that. The arena is coming along quite nicely. I'm a big fan of this. I feel like we've had like way more progress this episode than we've had in every other episode combined so far. Right, get rid of this trash. Get rid of this. This is a big old arena, huh? Thank God that we've already done like 90% of the fucking legwork. Otherwise, this would have taken ages to actually dig this massive area out. No. I wouldn't have clicked Select Simulate if I wanted you to also take out the limestone doors. Thank you. Much appreciated. Right, let's get all this shit hauled. Now, what are we going to do with the floor in the arena? I think just concrete over the lot. I genuinely just think concrete over the whole fucking thing and not worry about how much steel is that going to cost us, though. Ooh, a lot. But to be fair, we also got a lot digging this place out and finish it off. So you know what? That's just called doing business. Let's concrete over the whole thing. Dig up all these tiles. That would be useful. I mean, we could always just sell the stone bricks and buy more silver and be in profit. So you know what? Fine. Let's do this. I might even... What do you think? Time-lapse this? Or should we do it in between episodes? Because, to be honest, we've got so much going on right now. We don't really need to do the time-lapses. Now, what is... Oh, of course. Right, they're not undead. I was like, what the hell are they doing? They're sleeping. Ah, people do that, don't they? All right, let's copy... Jesus, who's got a normal sleep schedule? No one. Donit's kinda, but Donit's sleep schedule is different because he's a werewolf. Krupp has a relatively normal... I mean, he doesn't need it, because of course he's a fucking undead, so I guess I'll just go reset that one then. There you go, my friend. Right, okay. This is so strange. We've only got, like, 3 people with a decent... Oh, Igor. Igor has a regular old sleep schedule there. Real shame that she's kind of, you know, trapped in a bioreactor right now, but that's fine. This is all to make her better, so she really, really can't complain. Pastel, you're a zombie. You don't need recreation time, my friend. That's good. I'm pretty happy with that. These two are putting in some seriously good work. I mean, if they save Igor with their research, I have a feeling they might have already passed the test. Plus, they're werewolves as well. I mean, we need to let them have some time to Moon Fury so we can actually see what type of werewolves they are. But saving Igor, great intellectual, which is something that desperately needed filling after Krupp died. And it's obviously been brought back as an undead who's apparently incapable of research. But also saving the life of one of the faction masters, or at least making her able to live her life again is fairly impressive work. So you two might skip the gauntlet entirely, especially because we also spent a lot of gold on these guys. I really love Flea's hat. Flea, where the hell did you get that, my man? Did you bring that with you? That's so strange. It would kind of suck, though, because it would also mean that we're going to lose 1,200 watts of power, which is just about the only thing keeping the lights on right now is Igor and Vigaga being stuck in their little chambers. Can we make... Spine. There are no spines. Okay. So I'm kind of glad in hindsight we did start on this new level of research, but we can toggle all of these off for the time being, because they're just chugging power that we really don't need. Sydney pointed out, thank you Sydney, that these other batteries weren't connected up to the grid. I will deal with that very, very, very quickly. This was the last episode, so I haven't, like, spoken to people since then, but we will connect these ones up. Why is this one not being fixed? Is no one on repair? Nope, people are on repair. It's priority too, but I imagine they're so busy doing other shit as well. Like, Jope is obviously busy doing just about every job in the freaking colony right now, at least until we can get Igor back in the game. You know what I haven't done in absolutely ages? I haven't checked the skills of our people. Like, Jilp, if we go to his tab now, has he got like 1 billion levels? 7 points available. Okay. We could max out Fortitude, which means that he is going to be an unstoppable powerhouse, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And they'll put another point in Night Wisp Ravens. So all we've got left to fill out now is his offensive abilities. That Communion sounds really good. 3 ghostly bats seek out targets, draining their blood, delivering their blood to the master. Now, blood loss isn't lethal. Only if you continue to lose blood does it then become lethal, which I think is fairly obvious. But if they just suck blood from people and give them, like, blood loss severe and they drop down, might be another good non-lethal way to catch people along with Krupp's Force Choke. Speaking of which, we want to check out... Oh, I suppose Krupp... Force powers. Wait, he still has force powers even though he's undead? Is all I need to do reload? Oh, maybe it's because he's gained force powers since then. Ah, that is interesting. Very strange, though. Okay, so we've apparently got some undead Sith Lord. Okay, he's more than capable of still being... I suppose he's retained his mind to some extent. Well, that's kind of cool. He's our little Darth Nihilus running around. That's awesome. Or Darth Nihilus, depending on how you want to say it. Bonnet. Bonnet, my good friend Bonnet. How many points? Level 69, 21 points available. I'm so glad I caught this before you leveled up again, Chief. Okay, what do we do with you then, my friend? We can teach him how to blow up corpses, which would be actually very useful for not only corpse disposal, but also doing damage to our enemies. Healing consumption allows him to suck up a corpse and basically regain his mana, which isn't too bad. What's efficient mark? Mark a victim, causing their life to flash before their eyes. They will lose focus and the will to fight, reducing attack rate. Ah, marking targets for death empowers Deathbolt. Well, that's what we needed, even stronger Deathbolt. What I do like is the Fog of Torment. So any undead creatures, so any of our zombies and Bonnet himself, caught in this. I don't think Jope applies, even though he is undead. It's obviously maybe not going to work that well. Fog of Torment will heal them, and any living things that enter the fog will be debuffed. I think they actually take damage. So this, Unnatural Wind, is exactly what I'm going to go for next. We can basically buy him all of his abilities right now that I think about it. Or at least we can buy him a decent amount. Efficient Mark. Death Mark sounds good, but I don't know if we want to make Deathbolt any more powerful. I want to blow up corpses. Yeah, let's do that one instead. There we go. That'll do the trick right there. All right. Bonnet got a very nice power up this episode, if nothing else then. I really want to test it out. Bonnet, we're off to find a corpse, my friend. There's a whole chamber of rotten corpses up there we're going to go and blow up. Come with me. All right. Oh shit, you can't get outside because we've roofed over the friggin'... You fool. Alright, let's knock the wall down and then let's actually head outdoors here. If we've got anyone nearby that can... Krupp, do us a favour. Take this wall out, my friend. Here you go. Go and deal with that one for us. Thank you. Much appreciated. What if you can cast that on undead? I mean, they are technically corpses. That would kind of make for, like, basically living bombs that you could run into enemies and then blow up. That'd be kind of cool. I doubt they've thought that far ahead, but that'd be kind of cool. Right, corpse explosion. Be very careful. Oh. Move. 3, 2, 1... Oh, that does more damage than I expected. I was kind of expecting to be just kind of a boom and then it releases some, like, fog or something. But that's useful. What game is it Death Fog is in? There's a game that there's Death Fog, and it's Divinity 2. That's it. I was gonna say it released some sort of Death Fog. I couldn't remember what that was actually from. Yeah, that's very good. That does a shit ton of damage, huh? Like a person caught up in that would do some serious damage. Plus, corpse disposal, also kind of enjoying that. It's managed to a decent degree. We don't have to worry about, you know, about blasting these things too much. Yeah, I like that. That was definitely a worthwhile upgrade. Now, the issue is, can we take the roof off of the arena so it's an outdoor? No, we cannot. Okay. Not such a big deal, to be honest with you. We could put some artificial lights around or something. Oh, it's just random table in our arena, huh? Is that what we're doing? I'll remove as much as we can just to let some light in here. But yeah, that's a little bit annoying otherwise, huh? It's not the biggest, because now we're going to have to fucking try and find a way to light the whole thing up. Oh well, anyway, not a massive problem regardless. I mean, also lighting up means if we get any raids during the daytime and they pass through this area and we want to do want to treat it as a kill box. In fact, what we could do, very simply to turn it into a very, very basic kill box, mine this wall out, put in bridges along the front, stand everybody behind it and just blast forward. That would actually work out really, really well. Let's actually dig a few levels of that out so they're not completely pinned in, you know, just so some gigantic werewolf doesn't run up and just cut them all on his way through. This is cool, though. This has actually worked out really, really well. I think this thing was built a lot quicker than I expected. Next episode, we're going to actually be able to build Igor up into... Oh, God, is she going to die if we don't feed her soon? Sorry, does someone want to just top up Igor? She seems to be actually dying. Next episode, we're actually going to be able to rebuild her and get her back into the frame. We can carry on with the cult stuff then. We have the technology, my friends. Igor returns. This is going to be some big stuff. In the meantime... let's end this episode here. Thank you all for watching. Let's give a shout out to the insane top-tier level patrons who made the series possible in the first place. Do you guys want to start throwing names at me right now? Because we have a lot of recruits who I think are going to be permanent. I'd like to keep some of the undead around permanently as well. Throw some names at me over Discord. Throw some names at me in the comment section. I will put those into a big old list, and I will put you in, and you can fight in the arena against our great and illustrious champions. Big shout out to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Sedini, Crazy Pat, Crosis, Donald, Facundo Vasquez, Fluffernutter, Fungus King, Gogolus, Harik, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen Tesla, Justin Wallace, Kaden Carter, Michael Mullen, Mr. Smug, Muskratful, Nathan Flores, Necrophilin, Pelvis Presley, Skaz, Surf All the Swedes, Stannis Manis, The Forsaken One, Toby Cruz, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Backers. Thank you for your support at the Insane Tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for making this series and the other two series and the other series on the other channel possible in the first place. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying at least one of your 4 series. Even if you are, that's like fucking 3.5 hours of content. That's still pretty good, my man. That's 3.5 hours of content a week. I think that's still a pretty good turnaround. It's like Infinity War, but better. And thank you, of course, as well to Acero, Adam Person, Akari, Andrew Wilson, Ben Trope, Betmas Max, Better Valerian, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Dunk217, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Genji Zerka, Gray, Hajdamar, Hancock, Icy the Great, Israel, Irish, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Jason, Jose, Yolanda Breeze, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beer, Justin Plock, Justin Walters, Lemon Stark, Me, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Matthew, Monty, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Animal, Pantamu, Pantpearl, Payback 1 through 7, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, The Insane Pickle, Wesley Grayson, Will Wade, Wolfie, Yorkus, Zach, Pillar, and Zico2. See you guys all tomorrow for another fresh dose of Rimworld, where Igor comes back. Thank God for Igor.